Jasmine Locke teaches literature and composition with 9th and 11th graders at Westview High School in Beaverton, Oregon. She begins her classes with a check-in. How is your heart today? What do you need from the community today? The climate crisis comes up when there's been a climate disaster, or they hear some bad news about climate on the news, she says. They want to talk about it. It's weighing on them. What concerns me most is that they're increasingly expressing a lack of trust in adults, not just government officials, but all adults. They seem to be saying, it's our future. Does anybody care? Jasmine cares. The teachers featured in this book care. The great majority of teachers across the country care, and care deeply, despite the challenging conditions in schools that make it hard to express our caring as fully as we would like to. Teach for Climate Justice is a call to action, an urgent plea for educators everywhere to rise up and demand the time and resources needed to express our caring by addressing our students' true needs, which include radical, transformative education for climate justice. The book highlights the work of outstanding climate justice educators and invites all educators to join them in the adventure they have undertaken. They are participating in a global movement to save the environment for future generations, to usher in a new era of climate justice, and to transform the dominant mindset that sees our fragile environment as a field for unlimited exploitation into one based on humility and respectful reciprocity with nature. Writer, philosopher, and longtime environmental activist Joanna Macy calls this the Great Turning. These educators are contributing to the Great Turning by doing what their profession calls them to do. They are providing great education attuned to their students' needs and the needs of humanity during this time of environmental crisis. Global warming, species extinction, and their impacts on human life and civilization will be the primary factors shaping the lives of the children and young people in school now and in the future. Our students will, in turn, be called to shape the world they are growing into. It has fallen to their generation to shoulder a major share of the responsibility for turning things around before it's too late. Yet schools in general are paying little attention to this reality. When climate education is offered, it is generally about climate change, rather than for a habitable planet, for the transition from fossil fuels to sustainable sources of energy, and for climate justice.